Day 135. Really nice morning. I love waking up with a picnic bench and all that. There's nobody around me, so I can actually talk. Pretty nice. There's bathrooms. Hot water in there, so I could put hot water in my coffee cup so I don't have to use much fuel to heat it for coffee. Try to take advantage of that as often as I can, but, hot water is rare around here. In 23 miles, there's a place called Fish Lake Resort, because as I probably mentioned before, this entire state is all about resorts and camps and lodges. So it is the awesomely named Fish Lake Resort. Ooh, very original. Fish Lake. Wow, what a name. These people are so creative out here. But it's supposed to have free tenting and all that fun stuff, showers that I don't really need. The Wi-Fi is for employees only, but I'm all caught up on YouTube, so I don't need your fucking Wi-Fi. So that makes for a decently leisure day. It makes it so I don't push myself too hard. 22 miles, I can do that, I hate when things, even if it was 30-something, I'd just sleep and wake up the next day and do it for breakfast. But I'll see if I can make it there tonight, camp, and then wake up in the morning and sleep in super late because it doesn't open till like 9, and then have breakfast and hit the trail again. Keep it leisurely. I got Joe Dirt. She says she's going to catch up, so we'll see how that goes. She was fun to travel with, so, if I take shortish days like this, it gives her a chance, She only has like a 20-pound pack, so it's hard to keep up with a man like me. It's like 4:10, so in 10 minutes I have to stop, take a safety break, I've already got it pre-rolled. I'm thinking ahead. Safety first, motherfuckers, safety first. Let's hit the trail, man. I have opted to follow something called Grizzly Creek. Probably not the best idea. It's actually an aqueduct. I don't know which side I should be on, but every once in a while there's these little bridges, so I'm hoping if I end up needing to be on that side, I can get... Well, you know what? I can jump... Ooh, that water's moving fast. But I think I've jumped worse than this. So I stay on this side where the road is. And hope there's no actual grizzlies, huh? Nah, there's not grizzlies this far south. Although, I did pass by signs that told me to keep out and all that stuff. And yes, there was a fence. But I need to get back to the trail, and this seemed like the best way. Follow the aqueduct. Let's see what happens. Bear crap. Well, I kind of knew there'd be bear crap on this road. Still looking for paw prints. Haven't seen a single one. But, I've seen 400 or 500 piles of bear dung. Or scat. Maybe this is the water source for them. Why not? There's no berries on the side of the road to attract them. But there's some spider eyes glinting at me. Hey there, Tiny. I like having my headlamp on really dim. Barely shows up on camera. That's what you can see. Whoop, fish in there. Ooh, that scared me. But I like it on dim. When you have these things on bright, you only see what's right in front of you. So if there's trees, those are illuminated and you're kind of blinded by the light coming back, so you can't see deeper into them. But with your headlamp on low, once your eyes adjust, you can see well beyond the trees. And mainly I have it on for, right now, not for rocks or anything, but, I have it on generally for, big dips. I don't want to take a spill and break a freaking ankle. But other than that, it's for eye shine. When it's on dim, you can still see eye shine at, 60 yards. Which generally you can't see 60 yards into the forest, so, that kind of helps. But eye shine really stands out. And I want to see the bear that's eating me. And be like, you don't have red eyes. I knew it was all a lie. As he's like, nom, nom, nom. I still think this is leading the way I want it to. The maps are kind of quirky. You move around in fits and starts. So, it'll jump up to the location it thinks you're at. And it's decently accurate, but, the roads don't always line up with where it says you are. And there's 2 or 3 little roads and paths and whatnot in my area. But I think I'm following the right one. Okay, there's a bridge here and a trail. I think this is the trail. But I'm not sure. Let's check it out. They don't put a whole lot of PCT logos out here, but they do nail them to trees around trailheads. They're pretty good about that. This is a very well-defined path. Gotta campsite. No campers, good thing. Come on, throw me a PCT logo. Oh, got another bridge. That's convenient. I mean, there's got to be. Why would they put two bridges right next to each other if it wasn't the PCT? Right? I'll figure it out. Oh, yet another bridge. There's one of their little blazes. I mean, they pretend like they don't do blazes, but they just nail them to trees instead of painting them on. Whatever. They also have PCT logos, plastic ones all over the place that look like the ones that they gave us when we went on the AT. If you registered, they gave you like a plastic triangle, brightly colored, that said you're an AT through hiker. And they have pretty much those exact things, but a little fancier, nailed to all the trees. Hope I just find one lying around. Or bring a crowbar with me and set one free. Gotta have one for my collection. I got a blaze from the AT. I gotta get one of their blazes, right? There's one on CDT. Maybe borrow one of those. Oh, fuck. Okay. I saw a bunch of glowing shit, but I think it's possibly a tent. I don't know. It's way too big for a tent. What the hell is that? Maybe, it is. It's like a hyperlight tent. I feel on high alert. Like it's too still or something. I heard something large in a tree behind me, but when I looked up, there's nothing up in there but something big. Maybe a bird took off and like hit its wings against the branches or something. But it sounded pretty damn big. Spooked me a bit, and now I guess I'm feeling the residuals. This silent section of the woods is... Whoa, what's it? Oh, spider web, haha, right in the face. Didn't expect that. Scared myself. Waiting for a bear to jump out or something. You know, I want to see it, but I'm going to be scared when it happens. I always get adrenaline rush when I see bears, even when they're running away. It's got to be nothing. Just my nerves. It's been like this for like the past mile. Like the forest got knocked down some time ago. And then of course regrew. All the trees are pretty skinny and young. Man, something happened around here. Just knocked everything down. I'm supposed to be headed into a burned out section. According to gut hooks, people have just commented about it being just burnt to the ground for quite a while. Walked through quite a few burned sections. We'll see if it's any worse than the others, but so far I've logged at least 1,000 miles in burned sections. Shit, just in California alone. Well, I'm really slacking. I've only gone 4 miles so far and the sun's already up. What a waste. I'm moving slow. There's mile in one. There's water in 1 mile. I'm going to see if second coffee doesn't fix what ails me. But I just feel, weak and weary, a little lethargic. I'm going to get some coffee, walk a few more miles, take a nap. I mean, it's only 20, well, shit, now it's only 18 or so miles till next breakfast. So, leisurely day to day. And then I can either sleep there tonight or walk in tomorrow morning. Either or works for me. Place doesn't open till 9. That's late in my day. So tomorrow will be a slack-ass day for me too. Good, I can use them. My left foot hasn't stopped hurting in like a month, man. I mean, it's a totally tolerable pain, but like every bone in my freaking foot hurts. I don't know what that's all about. I try stretching it out and massaging it and all that stuff, but I mean, I guess it eases it, but it ain't going away. It's one of those things I'll have to heal up off trail. Ooh, off trail. I'm scared of that concept already. I still have over 1,000 miles to go, and it already keeps creeping in. I don't belong in the other world. But unfortunately, it gets cold, and that drives me back into the other world. Not necessarily where I want to be. Oh, cross that bridge when I get there, man. That's a couple months away's problem. The orange ball in the sky says that it is technically morning. I realize one of the reasons I'm going so slow is I've just done 6 miles of uphill. And even though it looks like downhill right now, it is kind of downhill. I still have 2 more miles of uphill before I'm done with this stupid hill. It's been decently gradual, but I'm just not feeling it today. I don't have my normal spunk going on. But I'm pretty sure coffee can help fix that problem. And I should be coming across a piped spring any moment, being my favorite type of water source because I don't filter those. If there's no chance somebody could have pooped in my water, I just don't filter it. And it's hard to get poop up inside that pipe. Poop in the pipe. So I'm trying to find the spring, but they got a nice little sidewalk built for me. Water is not tested for safe drinking. Okay, so it is not a piped spring. It's flowing on the ground. Oh, and it's not moving much at all, so I will be filtering this. All right, technically it is coming out of the pipe, but the pipe's just laying in the mud right there. It's not like it's beaten into the side of a mountain like most are. So, yes, I will be filtering this. According to the map, in another 8 miles is a shelter, South Brown Mountain Shelter. I don't see many shelters on this trail, so I'm definitely going to go check it out. It's right off trail. 8 miles, so yeah, I'll probably have like lunch there or something. Maybe take a nap. Oh, yeah, see, there we go. Or have third coffee, Lord knows. But yeah, there's so few cabins and shelters and stuff along this trail that I kind of got to check out everyone. Maybe sign my name somewhere hidden. What? I mean, everybody just signs the hell out of these things. I did scratch mine in the last one. I was in that 200-year-old one. I did write Nightcrawler 18, but underneath a tiny piece of wood that nobody will ever find. But it is technically in there. I learned that trick from Portable G. He likes to sign his name in unusual places that I look for when I go in those buildings. And like they're in the door jamb or on the bottom shelf, underneath the bottom shelf. You'd have to lay on the ground and look up, So I kind of like that concept. You're leaving a trace, but nobody can find your trace. So does it count as leaving a trace? I don't know. Especially in a place like that. Most of them look like crack houses. So, I mean, what's one more name, huh? But I don't want to make mine all visible because I talk shit about other people that do. So I hid mine. I still admitted that I did it in the logbook. I'm like, I signed my name. Can you find it? It's like playing Where's Waldo, but with my name. And nobody would ever find it. I have been here for over an hour, drinking my coffee, sitting around, chatting with people. The watering hole's right down the way, so they're forced to walk by me. But yeah, it is about time to go. I still have 18 miles left to do. 18 miles, I can do that. And I got bit by an ant again. Now, I have been sitting in piles of ants this whole trail. I mean, like, some of them are really big ants, and I don't get bit. And they don't bite anybody as far as I can tell. Some people have complained about some red ones in the desert that bit them, but I don't know about that. But I have not been bit. I've been bit twice now by ants, and I just got bit. So that was number 2 in the same exact spot both times, right on my pee hole. Pee holes really tasty to ants. I mean, they'll crawl all over me and not nibble on anything, but right in the because they're not just biting my junk. They're biting a very specific part of my junk where it is rather sensitive. And, I didn't kill her. I was able to get her off of there because, I can't blame her. That thing's meaty. Why wouldn't she want it? But yeah, I find that weird. 2 ants bite me in the same exact spot, and that's it. With all the ants I've had on me, there's something going on there. Damn, while I was taking my break, Joe Dirt already passed me with one of her many brothers. Huge family. She happens to be camping in the same place I am, so convenient enough. But I figured she was like 2 days behind me. My calculations are all off. But I only have 18 miles to go, man. I'm taking it leisurely. Blocking the smoke and the sun. And I like looking like a monster, so rawr, I'm a bear. I'm a zombie bear. I don't know. Anyway. What a pleasant day for a nice stroll. It's only another mile or so of uphill, and right now it's not uphill at all, but according to the map it is, so there's still some to come. And it's leisurely downhill for a while. Then I'll probably take a nap somewhere. Yes, I know, lofty goals, man. I set them, and I meet them every time. Damn, I just looked at the time, and it turns out I sat at that last spot for 2.5 hours. I had no idea. Wow. All right, so maybe I can't slack as much as I thought I could. Because I already did it. All right, so, leisurely 2 miles an hour it is. I can find beauty in most things, but I just want to say these are some ugly hills. All right. It's no wonder these things catch on fire. I mean, you do some housekeeping around here or something.
There's been a whole lot of this for the past few hundred miles, at least. Probably longer than a few hundred. Just stretches where nothing else exists but the one type of tree and then shit tons of sticks. Evidently, they used to have a fence there at one point, but that happened. Just took out that post. Pow! I bet it just splintered. Yeah, there's pieces of it. I reached the top of the hill finally. That took all day, and literally for me, I mean, it's like 9:30 now or something. I am slacking. But you know what, I might just slack more and just roll in for breakfast tomorrow at that place. I mean, spending the night there doesn't excite me or anything. I think I might know the other thing that's slowing me down. I had 2 all-you-can-eat meals in a row, and that's just dangerous. And I don't even know how many pounds of food I consumed, but probably 7 or so. You know, of course, you suck all the water out of that real quick. But, you know, so I got a lot of crap in me, man. Literally. So there is that shelter in, I don't know how many miles, I want to say 6 maybe. And I'm hoping they have a privy, because it's been a while I've been to a shelter. I mean, I dig shelters. I miss the shelter system on the AT. Not just for the privies, but for the whole, you know, everything really. They were cool places to be, meet a lot of people, shelter logs to read through and sign and all that fun stuff. Mice, really big spiders, really big spiders. Oh man, if you've never seen a privy spider, they're like that big. Remember getting this one picture of one on a 2x4, and it was as wide as the 2x4, so it just shows off how monsters, and every privy has a couple of them in there. They watch you poop. Pervs. So the other day there was a water faucet on the trail right next to the road guy's house, and I stepped off onto his driveway because it happens. And he yelled from the house, "Stay on the trail! Stay on the trail!" Like, you know, like overly freaked out. I never saw him. I could only hear him. So somebody else told me that they got yelled at and that they checked gut hooks, and all sorts of people say they've been like scolded for 20 minutes for stepping onto his driveway and such. So I added a comment that says, owner is a really friendly guy. Just knock on his front door, tell him you're a thru hiker, and he'll give you a beer and a hug. I'm that kind of guy. It says, "Oh no, LNG, keep it up, 900 miles to go." I don't know what LNG stands for, though. Oh, I got to keep pressing on. I'm somewhere near that shelter, and I've been prairie dogging for a few miles, so I need to get there to find out if it has a privy or not. Because I really just should have cat-holed back there and been all comfortable with it. But there is the appeal to sitting on a throne while one does their business. And I got to be close, at least within a half mile. Ooh, I have made it to the sign. South Brown Shelter. Ha, Brown Shelter, how convenient. South Brown at that. Only 300 feet. This way. Ooh, this might be a fancy shelter. Please tether your horses a minimum 100 feet north of shelter. Ooh. It's got windows. What? Oh yeah, let's go check this out. Its doors are like that of a meat locker. Oh, what a little wood-burning stove. Oh, how quaint. What? There's garbage in there. What assholes. Nothing to hammock from in here. Not that I'd stay here anyway. Smells nice in here though, and they got it all stocked up with wood, and the mice have been eating the potatoes. Ooh, nope, can't eat that one. Damn it, mice got to all of them. Yeah, oh well. I'd have eaten them, but I'm not eating them. Yeah, after mice have touched them, that's just stupid. Log books. All old-fashioned here. Gotta pump that bad boy. Come on. Put your shoulders into it. There you go. Yeah. Whack it. Good times. There's no privy here. Why would you build all this and not have a place to poo? These nice ladies hiked all the way down here and brought us snacks. Thank you. You're welcome. They dropped off interesting stuff that I've never had before. I grabbed these and a snack mix, but I don't even know what that first word is. A Mentalar? A Mentalar? Don't even know what that is, but I'm going to eat it anyway. It was interesting looking. They almost didn't come down because they're scared of bears. They don't normally do stuff like this. They just decided to come down here today and bring us magic all random like that. It's their first time. Way cool. And Party Hal coming around the corner. Morning, Hal. How you doing?
Oh, good. How about yourself?
Not bad. Okay, if that's accurate, man, I'm totally making it there in time. Less than 900 miles to go? Oh. Even at my current state of just, I do it in spurts, I've seemed to notice, I bust my ass for a little while, then take it slow for a little while, and then, so, if I keep that up and, don't break myself, I should finish right on time. Because exactly when I finished was when I was supposed to finish, nonetheless. Just like this incident right here. I was putting on my pack as they were coming up to drop off that trail magic. And sure, it's just minor trail magic, but minor trail magic is still great trail magic. Chips or a soda brings a lot of joy to one's life. Just the randomness of it. And the fact that people came out here to do this of their own free will, that's impressive to me. Because it's not like they've ever hiked or anything like that. I can understand it when it's another thru hiker wanting to hang out with other thru hikers and kind of relive a glory day or something. But random people just hey, let's go give some hikers some food. It gives them a chance to go for a walk, get some exercise, that kind of stuff. So it's good for everybody. I don't remember where I was going with that, so I'll end it on that note. I remember where I was going with that. It's all about being in the place where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. If I would have hustled and kept up with the group, because there's a group of people ahead of me, a lot of people want to band together. Had I done that, they all left 10 minutes before me. So they didn't get nothing. But me being slow, hanging out, doing my own thing and not worrying about it because I only got 10 miles left and it's 1 o'clock. So, I'll peel in like I generally do, early evening and do my thing. Because everything works out exactly like it's supposed to. Except the blisters, that just happens. But other than that, everything else works out. Okay, people have been talking about huckleberries being all over the trail. Are these huckleberries? I'm going to eat some, and just a couple of them, and see what happens. I'll give it an hour or two, and if nothing happens, I'm going to eat more. Because that's the most prevalent berry I see growing around here. And people keep talking about it, and writing in the trail logs. Num num num. It tastes like what I imagine a huckleberry would taste like. Yeah, that's a huckleberry, man. I just had my first huckleberry. See, these are worth picking. I could graze on these for years. How do bears get full on this stuff, though? How long do they have to spend grazing on berries? I'm pretty sure I'd starve to death if I had to graze on berries. So, talking with another cat. And he's talking about the CDT. Now, I know nothing about the CDT. I know it's hard, it's cold, it's lonely, it's not finished. Lots of road walking, and I'm guessing your way, because, it's probably snowy peaks, I have to imagine. He says it's over 3,000 miles long. He says 3,200 or something like that. That is a whole lot of miles. I would have to, but I'm kind of thinking, it's not necessarily the social scene. You're out there pretty much by yourself. I hear you don't see people for weeks on end, which I don't know how I'll handle that. I like my alone time, but still, we all got to be around people sometime, right? I got to have somebody to talk to. How long are my videos going to be? If it's just me and you guys, huh? We're going to hang out all day long. It's going to be fun. I'm just not going to turn the camera off. And then, getting things out. I don't know how much Wi-Fi exists out there, I know nothing about it. Well, that's a big if I get to go there, It all depends on you guys. You guys got to go to work, get a second job so that you can support me. Totally worth it in the end, I swear. But yeah, 3,200 miles. But I figure I'll be hanging out less, partying a little less. And there won't be breakfast to be going to, I have to assume. Probably longer food hauls. I don't know, maybe for the road walks. I can get somebody to drop me off a bicycle where I need it, lock it up to something, and then I ride the bicycle for the road walk, lock it back up, get back on trail. They pick up the bike, bring it to the next place. Depends on how many road walks there are, though. Maybe I should study for this one? By study, I mean watch somebody else's YouTube videos that did it. Dixie's out there this year. Oh, speaking of, yeah. So I'm seeing somebody on the trail. It looks real familiar to me, right? One of those faces. I'm pretty sure that's the cat that she did the AT with, Rebel Yell. You know, because I did watch her videos. Yeah, I rather enjoyed them when she was all fresh and new and scared. It's fun watching scared people out there, isn't it? Isn't it? So I'm pretty sure that's him. I'm going to go fanboy on him. No, I'm not really a fanboy, but I do have some pictures of his graffiti I might like to show him that I took pictures of in the AT shelters. I never called him out because, you know, he wasn't with my class. He was 2 years before me. But it would be fun to show him too. I should dig in my phone and see if I can find him. You know, I got to take a lot of pictures. This is the other thing I grabbed from Trail Magic, and I totally should have read it because it's got white chocolate in it. Ah, that is the most disgusting thing ever. White chocolate. Ew. Like, totally ew. They shouldn't even be allowed to call it chocolate. Not that it'll even slow me down eating it, though. Not even for a second. I've got an intersection. Left, middle, right. I came from over here. The signs are kind of beat up. You can't really read, and trajectory would hold me on this path, but the markings on the ground almost suggest that I should turn right. It's like everybody stopped right here and continued on that way. I'll know in a bit when I walk down the way and my map updates, but you know, standing here right now, it wouldn't tell me, hey, there's a fork, take a right. You know, so am I headed to Lake of Woods? I think that actually sounds familiar. I think I might have read that in there somewhere. I think this is the way. So if you get to that intersection, take a right. I'm pretty sure I'm right. Okay, so don't take a right. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. We're gonna try it straight. And check the map again in another 2 or 3 minutes and see if I'm on the trail. Now I'm pretty sure because, you know, it was a 50-50 chance. I still don't know if I'm on trail. The GPS isn't the most accurate thing, and so your blue dot is not always on the red trail line. Just even if you are on the trail, it'll show you off to the side or something. But you know, I've got 3 trails to choose from, so it's kind of important to know if I'm actually on the trail. So I have to wait till I'm further down and check again. And if this isn't the one, you know, I'm gonna be annoyed. I mean, what else can I do? What else can I do? I'll just be annoyed and walk it. Maybe throw my poles down and go roar, but no. So far, the only things that really made me do that are gnats. Oh, and the wind. I don't think I threw my poles down in the wind though. I threw my poles down with the gnats. Because I remember like throwing them down and be like ah, and then like picking up my poles and walking on. It's just defeat. I see what might possibly be a bridge, so that should be on the map. Oh, I don't remember seeing a bridge. Oh, I do remember seeing like a spring or something. Alright, I'm on trail. So I'm digging these huckleberries more than I liked the East Coast wild blueberries. I mean, these are everywhere. There's just huckleberries for days. But the East Coast blueberries are tiny little things like the size of little peas. I thought, you know, I'm used to the GMO version, some frankenberries. So when I saw them, and I was like, oh, those are the blueberries? They were just not worth picking, you know? It's like this tiny little thing, not even worth it. These, I don't mind grazing at all. And like I said, they're everywhere. I love free food, man. I met the guy that replaced me at Grumpy Bears. Another hiker that stayed there for like 2 weeks or so. And he kind of fucked me yesterday. We were having a safety meeting, me and a few cats. And he popped on in, and we let him join on in. And he stayed in for several rounds. And then in the end, he's like, hey, man, you guys staying in town? We're like, no, we're traveling on. He's like, oh, I'm staying here. I've been throwing up and shitting myself for the past few days. I'm like, ah, thanks, man. But I'm immune to noro, so I don't have to worry about that stuff. I had heard we were hitting lava fields again. I guess I am here. Oh, trail's about to get crunchy. They just cut this. There's still sawdust all over the floor. I wonder what people were doing before. I think they were walking all the way down here and not getting over it over there. It's a little bit of pain in the ass to get around though. And it's break time. Oh, those lava rocks are tearing up my blisters, man. My blisters haven't been hurting, but there's all these sharp, pointy rocks coming from all these angles, and they're just hitting me in the perfect spots through my shoes. Oh, and I've only done a mile on it, maybe. A mile, maybe. No! I'm assuming it extends on for forever, so tough enough to it. But, damn, there's really nowhere to take a break. See, it looked like there was trees around, so it would be soft soil and all that, but no, it's still just rocks with a little bit of dirt on top. And these aren't sitting rocks. Screw it, right there's flat enough. Done.
Upon inspecting my blisters, I kind of pulled one open because it's all dark on the inside. Yeah, they're just filled with dirt. I think it's time to remove them, I guess. I was hoping they'd fall off naturally, but they're just building up crap on the inside of them. But I'm afraid that soft, tender skin underneath. Not bad, but hell is one of the many reasons I carry tape.
I've only gone 17 miles today, but it feels like 25. I still have 6 miles to go. I'm already weary. My feet hurt pretty good, but the way I see it is I'm going to get to sleep in tomorrow because, breakfast doesn't happen at the crack of dawn. Although sleeping in for me is like 5 a.m., but still. I get to sleep in tomorrow, rest and relax as much as possible, and then I'll figure out my day from there. But it'll give me extra time to heal. A lot of healing gets done in sleep. I'm pretty amazed most days waking up feeling as good as I do. I mean, I don't feel perfect in the mornings, but I'm like close enough. I'd like to take a couple days off, but it just doesn't seem feasible. I'll wait until there's something cool and take a zero. Some reason to, not just because I feel like I'm out of zeros after taking all those days off for being hurt. So it's got to be a special occasion, or I'm not really doing it. I'll stick with my Neros, get in and out. Unless, of course, the YouTube slave chain binds me to a town for a while, because I don't know what Wi-Fi is going to be like these next few states. Hope for the best, though. As annoying as this stuff is, at least I'm not walking over this, because that's what this was. Till they came in and put down the lava rock to fill in the spaces of the lava rock. So yeah, I could be walking over that crap like the hikers of yore. There's a lot of that crap. That would take so long. This is just annoying. That would be painful. And dig when the trees rot out, they get like the monster teeth like that. I didn't know that branches grew to points inside, because those are all those pointy things, those are all branches. It would have grown to the outside, but I didn't know they were pointy on the inside until I started seeing them rotted out. There's fallen trees on all the rocks, but some of the trees, like that one, you can't even tell it's a tree. It like melted in that. How long does it take to melt into the rocks? I'm assuming decades. But I don't really know. It could be centuries. I have to imagine wood rots rather slowly up here. I can hear a freeway off in the distance. I must be getting close. It's just reassuring to hear those noises. It's been a long day, even though it hasn't been a long day. It just feels like it has. My feet are beat up. I mean, no worse than any other time. There's nothing really wrong with them. I'm just sore, weak. A little weak, yeah. Maybe that kid's norovirus is trying to invade my body. Good luck. I'll turn that shit into the super flu and kill the planet, man. You better watch out. So I'm not going to the road because it's an actual highway. You can't hitch on highways. I believe it's illegal, and even if it wasn't, nobody would stop. But there is a side trail. But unfortunately, that adds like an extra mile. But what are you going to do? Do you want breakfast? Do you want breakfast? Yeah, you'll walk that mile then, okay? Well, in the morning, we'll see if we can get a ride back to the trail, since there'll be a bunch of hikers. Sometimes places will provide it, especially if we spent money. But they do have free camping and all that stuff. No Wi-Fi, though. I find that weird. Not like Wi-Fi is this hard, magical stuff to have anymore. I mean, convenience stores have it for Christ's sakes, but your establishment that is a resort and or lodge does not? Skeptical. I gotta say, Pennsylvania ain't got shit on this, man. I mean, it just did rock for days. But they did figure out how to solve the problem. You just fill in the gaps, man. I mean, you couldn't use lava rock in PA, but you know, all the rain out there would just carry that stuff away. It floats on water. But there's many other rock types you could use. Or go in there with some jackhammers. I wanted to go in there with a sledgehammer and just smash all those damn rocks, but you know, that'd take me decades. But you know, they did make me angry. Those rocks suck. I think some sections of this are better than others, but this is still better than they got it in PA, man. Out of nowhere, a new type of tree appears, and I get to walk through it. But I have not seen one of these yet. It's like a weeping willow and a pine had a baby. Oh, here's another one. So far, just one man's opinion, Oregon's a pretty ugly state. Doesn't have a whole lot going for it yet. I'm assuming it's going to get way better, but you know, dead tree forest and rock pile. And you know, they all have their cool factor, I guess, or something or another, but you know, it's a big fucking pile of rocks. Let's see what she has in store for me. It's a pretty big state. It's like over 500 miles long. I know it's bigger than Virginia was on the AT. But hell, I only got 3 states to play in here, so I guess I'll be in each one for quite a while. But after California, everything should seem like a breeze. Weary and worn, I see that I still have 2 miles to go. Man, or should I try to hitch? I don't know. I'm just gonna walk. I don't believe they can stop there, and I don't want to walk there, find out they can't, and then have to walk back here. You know, this is a very graded path. Okay, I got this in me, man. 2 miles of easy peasy. It's 6:30. I only have 1 mile to go down that side trail. Still nice and smooth. They paid a lot of money for this trail. They put down like a liner and then put dirt and gravel on top of it. You see it poking out here and there. But anyway, I'm farther than I expected at this time. I expected at 6:30 I would be at the junction, and being a mile in, that makes me happy. Unfortunately, I'm hungry as hell, so I hope they're not real expensive, but you know, we'll check it out. There's always something. We'll finagle. I'm just ready to get there and sit down. Hope somebody buys me a beer. Really digging this forest, just kind of realize what's going on. There's just Spanish moss hanging from everything. Or what I believe to be Spanish moss. I like it though. It'll give it a creepy feel if I come through something like this at night. All wispy like a pirate ship, you know. Tattered sails and all. But I won't be coming through here in the dark because breakfast doesn't start till, as far as Guthook says, 9 o'clock. Which seems really late for breakfast for me. Or to me. I mean, like, I don't know, breakfast should really start at like 5 a.m. That's just me. But 7 at the latest. 7 at the latest. But most places seem to be, 9 is just too late. Too late, man. But I'll wait for it. I walk this far, you know I will. There's a freaking stop sign on the trail. Like, shit you not. Like, that's for us. Is there a ticket if I don't? If I do like one of them California roll-throughs where I'm like, what? Oh, yeah, it's good enough for me. Oh, no, maybe that isn't. No, those cars are going really fast. That's a highway. Yeah. So I got in just in the nick of time. They were about to close down. Oh, there's a fire going on over there. But they were about to close down, and they stayed open and cooked one more burger for me. Big-ass burger. I inhaled that thing. So now I'm trying to find a place to camp. I heard there was something around here, but I'm not sure where. I'm going to go wander by a fire. There's little cabins, and one of them has a fire in front of it. Let's see if they're friendly. So I'm just going to walk by and make eye contact. I imagine at one point this lake was full enough to where those big logs tethered together actually floated. All these stones were underground. No, there's tree stumps over there. But hell, those trees could have been dead forever. Not a real pretty lake, though. So far, Oregon's been ugly, so that means the other half of it's going to be totally beautiful. Because this first half looks like Dookie. So, breakfast doesn't start here till 9 o'clock. I confirmed it. I'm not sure if I'm staying for breakfast. 9 o'clock's really late for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm just not going to set an alarm. I'm going to let my body wake up when it wants to. Then I'm going to check the map and see how far food and all that is away. Because, I have so much. So I got to make sure I have enough to get to the next destination. I assume it's close, but, I don't really know. So I'm just going to go to sleep and let myself wake up when I wake up. We'll see how that goes.